Hey guys, it's Ben with Coyote Outdoors. I just wanted to give you a quick shot of what's going to be coming up on this channel. In case you wanted to subscribe if you were interested in any of this. We got a couple camping trips coming up. We'll probably be going down to Kentucky here this weekend, maybe next weekend. We got a video coming out of our trip to California. We went out to California, bought this in Sacramento, then drove it down the coastal highway to LA, across to Phoenix, and we went up to the Petrified Forest, Meteor Crater, Grand Canyon, Vegas, Moab, and then came all the way back to Michigan. And while we were in Phoenix, we bought another truck, trailered it behind this truck all the way back to Michigan from Phoenix. So we put about 3,800 miles on this truck in that trip, and it did absolutely phenomenal. No issues whatsoever. It got a little hot going over the mountains in Colorado. I mean, we hit an 11,000 foot peak and a 15,000 foot peak, and that's really the only issues we had. I wouldn't even really call that an issue. I was dragging, if you count the camper, the truck, and the trailer, about 9,800 pounds behind this truck, and it's Dodge Cummins 250. But she's a real clean truck. We picked her up in California because she's 100% rust free. We're here in Michigan. Everything we own absolutely rusts to hell. So I'll bring you in over here, give you kind of a shot of the engine compartment. I have not touched this thing yet, and that is how clean it came from California. Now a lot of you might be going, oh man, that engine bay is disgusting. Look how nasty that is. Anybody who lives in Michigan, anybody who has a vehicle that's more than 5 years old and you live up here in the Rust Belt like the rest of us, like most of us, you kind of understand how amazing this is. Like I said, this truck is just absolutely rust free. It is absolutely spotless. I mean, other than a little bit of paint fade or a little bit of paint chipping here on the fenders, this truck is just phenomenal. I mean, look at them rear fenders. Look at that. Not a spot of rust. The frame is still black on this truck. That's how clean it is. Still got the original factory rims. Got the original running boards that came on the truck. The camper has been paired up with this truck since 2000. I have the original tailgate for it, which is just absolutely spotless. Like at this one, we've got, I believe, a lift kit coming up for it. We have got some bigger tires. Me and the wife are debating whether or not we're going to keep this brush guard on it. I like the brush guard, she doesn't. If you want to put in the comments what you guys think looks better, let me know. Obviously we'll get it repainted. We're also going to get the truck itself repainted, put the silver stripe down the side of it, probably keep it the same blue. But I mean, take a look at the interior of this thing. I mean, look at them seats. Like I said, this truck is a 91. And other than some of our garbage from our trip to California, some lights and some door seals that I got for it, this thing is just spotless. It's got AC, works phenomenal. The guy we bought the truck from had this cool monogrammed dash cover put on it, Captain Shark, so we went ahead and left that on there. We think it's kind of a cool story. We bought it from a guy who got it from a boat captain out in Sacramento. I mean, just look at that. That is, other than some dust, that is a absolutely spotless truck. We couldn't have done better. Really couldn't have. All right, now here's the other truck we're going to have coming up on the channel. This is a 1979 Dodge Little Red Express. You can still kind of see the outline of it here on the doors. I'll give you a closer look here in a second. This truck we picked up out of Phoenix, Arizona, from a guy who was in the process of rebuilding it. Really, really nice guy, phenomenal guy. We drove this thing all over Phoenix that day before we came back and told him we wanted to actually purchase it. He put a lot of money into this, so I think we just got an absolutely screaming deal on the truck. It's got a couple quirky things. The wipers don't work, but again, 100% rust-free truck. We got a little surface rust on the roof where the Arizona sun has sun-baked the crap out of the truck. But Again, just an absolutely rust-free truck. And I'm going to bring you over here. The previous owner liked to restore cars, but didn't feel like finishing this one. But what he did do is he completely went through the engine, transmission. This thing's got all new brakes, master cylinder, all new steering, everything from the gearbox to the tie rods to the springs, shocks. Everything on this truck mechanical is brand new, which is absolutely outstanding. It's got a brand new Edelbrock 650 carburetor. All brand new accessories on the front of the engine down here. Again, we could not be happier with this truck. It's this one's going to be getting a paint job here very soon. We had it out at the 4th Street Cruise here in Michigan by my house last night. Went and did some laps with it, and the truck ran great. I mean, it was 92 degrees with 70-80% humidity here last night, and this thing just ran phenomenal. The seats are messed up, so we do got to get some new seats for it. The previous owner gave us this awesome towel blanket to ride around on. Again, rust-free, completely rust-free truck. I can't stress you that enough. You guys think it's weird, but you know, coming from Michigan, we don't get rust-free, especially something in a 79. I guess a plus side for this truck to me that it might not be for some people is this is not the original engine, but it is the correct engine. It is a 360 4-barrel from that era. It is, again, not the original, but the correct engine. But since it's not the original engine, I'm not going to feel too bad about putting some money into this thing. I'm probably going to end up changing the heads on it, putting some headers on it. I want to put some dumps so I can get real loud when I want to get loud. And I'm toying around with the idea of putting a Pro Charger on it. Now, that's a pretty big chunk of change to get a blow-through carburetor and a supercharger, Pro Charger. But I may even go supercharged. I just don't know if I'm going to be able to clear it with the hood. And I don't really want to cut into my rust-free factory hood. But you know, nothing's off the table. You may see like a roots blower or something on this thing coming up. But I'll just give you kind of a quick walk around here. You know, try not to make you too dizzy. The bed on this truck is not the original bed. The previous owner told me that the original bed was actually left outside under a drain spout, and that actually ended up with some rust. So what he did is he went out and found a really nice replacement bed. It's got the wood in it, it's got the bed sides. Now he claims the bed was off another Little Red Express. Why it is tan, that I don't know. But very, very nice truck. 100% complete. As you can see there on the door, Little Red Express. This is a true S-code truck. So the only thing that it's going to be an issue is this part right here where they were nice enough. They had a different style Dodge mirror mounted on this. And so I'm going to have to fill those holes in with some weld. And I need to find the original Dodge 100 Adventure badges. But it's still got the original rims on it and everything. So 79 Little Red Express. This is going to be coming up for a full paint job. Probably next weekend, we're actually going to tear the bed off this truck and start the painting process on it. So let me know what you guys think. If you think there's anything cool we can do to this, nothing is, there's no limit on it really. You know, I want to go fast, maybe make, you know, somewhere between 350 and 450 horsepower out of the engine so I can have a little fun with it. But say, here's our Little Red Express. Alright, just a quick one on this. This is my 2011 Jeep Wrangler 4-door. This has some basic stuff coming up on it. About a 3 to 4 inch lift. We're going to go from 33s to 35s. Some bumpers. Nothing crazy. You probably won't see anything done on this till probably the end of summer, maybe even into fall. But we have this coming up, so like I said, if you're interested in that. Sorry, the camera shut off there for some reason, but again, late fall, probably we'll see some work getting done on this. I've owned this Jeep for many years. It's been my daily driver for 7 or 8 years now. I absolutely love the thing. I apologize for everything being dusty, but we've had a very, very wet spring this year, and it's been almost impossible to keep absolutely anything clean. But yeah, subscribe if you're interested in something like this. Give me some what you think might be worth putting into on this. Just let me know. Just 2011 Jeep Wrangler. Alright guys, and here's the last one we're going to be showing today. I also have a 97 Ram Cummins, which you've seen in my first video I have on there with the steering upgrades we did on it. But this is the other one we have. This is a 99 Ram 1500 with the 5.9 Magnum, not the Cummins like the other two. We just got some basic stuff coming up on this one. I know it needs a wheel hub, so there'll be a video on putting a wheel hub on this. This one's just got some basic repairs coming. It might have a paint job coming, and it might have a leveling kit. We're thinking about doing a 2-inch leveling kit on the front with 2-inch lifter blocks on the back, just to get it a little bit up there. And we've also got a nice chrome roll bar that'll be going in the back. That's really about all we have planned on this one right now. You will see this one coming up in the future. Again, if you've got any comments or questions on it, feel free to ask. If there's something you want to know about these trucks, I have done quite a bit of work on these. I've owned and worked on, Dodge and Chrysler pickup trucks for quite a few years now. There's not a whole lot I haven't done on these Gen 2s. I just love them. But this is a largely rust-free truck. I'd say it's 80 to 85% rust-free. We picked this up down in Mammoth Cave, Kentucky, actually. While we were down there on a trip, we had no intentions on buying this truck. We drove by a car lot and seen it, had to have it. We actually threw that 2011 Wrangler you've seen earlier on a trailer behind it and pulled that all the way back from Kentucky, and the truck did outstanding. The only rust on the whole truck is both the front fenders, for some reason, have rotted. There's no rot anywhere else on this truck except for the front fenders. Even like I said, just like my blue one over here, the frame has still got the factory black paint on it. The truck does have 212,000 miles on it. The previous owner drove it, but they took very good care of it. The interior is as close to spotless as you're going to get in a 20-year-old truck. And we threw these bigger BF Goodrich tires on it because the tires were pretty wore out when we got it. I had to put all new brakes on it. And like I said, I've got a clicking noise in the front end. I'm pretty sure it's this passenger side wheel hub here. So you'll probably get a how-to video on that. But that about covers everything that you're probably going to see on the channel vehicle-wise coming up. There is a motorcycle I've got. It's a 73 Honda 350, and I'll probably do a video on getting that running. I just inherited that from my grandfather. It hasn't ran in about 20 years, but the bike's in good shape, so you'll probably have a video on that. But you'll see some travel videos from us. Like I said, we go to Alaska every year for 2 weeks, so you'll probably see an Alaska video from last year coming up, and then you'll see in September you'll see an Alaska travel video for this year. We got a couple camping trips coming up. I'll do some campground reviews probably, things like that. This is Coyote Outdoors, so we specialize in anything outdoors, from working on vehicles to outdoor survival to campground reviews, travel blogs, all that kind of stuff. Pretty much anything that doesn't have to do with being inside a house. So you're going to see all kinds of that stuff on our channel here. If there's anything specific you want to see, let me know, and we'll get it out there. And I guess I'll introduce you guys to Reggie. This is Reggie. He's our friendly mechanic cat. You'll probably see him in a ton of videos. He loves being under the hood when I'm under the hood. And that's Reggie.